Hello and welcome to the Had an Idea podcast. He's Michael Mason.
He's Ben Coleman.
And this week we've got a special guest with us.
Gush.
Well said. He's our good friend Gush. I met him at college.
And I met him through Ben.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all that needs to be said, I think.
Yep, so let's get on with
Let's
the podcast.
strap ourselves in and prepare for fun. That's the first time I've said that. It is a very special day today.
Is it?
It is. It is.
You're making it sound like there's some sort of an occasion we've come to.
You know what? It's a good thing you said that, because it is, for the listeners at home, because you already know, and I already know, and Gush already knows, but it is Ben's birthday today.
It is.
It is. You didn't know?
No, the decorations didn't give away.
Well, first of all, happy birthday to Ben. We won't sing.
Thank you.
That was Gush applauding, by the way. Since it's Ben's birthday, I thought a good topic to discuss would be best and worst birthdays we've had. Because I've had a few stinkers over the years, but I've had a few good ones.
Do you want to start?
Well, I'll start. Well, when I was a kid, when I was really young, and Gush has got the giggles already. But have you got a story?
I've not got a bad birthday. I just don't want somebody saying, "Oh, I woke up. It was my birthday, but my mum ended up being taken to hospital and something like that. She didn't make it to the end of my birthday." So that's why I sniggered, because I thought you were going to say you've had a bad birthday. But always my birthdays have always come out good on whatever line.
No, one of the worst birthdays I can remember years ago when I was in primary school. I was a little kid. Because you are in primary school as a small child, but I felt like really guilty about people who didn't come to my birthday. So one year I invited everyone in my class to what was then the Wacky Warehouse. I don't know what it's called now. Do you remember the Wacky Warehouse? Do you remember the Wacky Warehouse?
Fun in Children's World.
Mm.
No, I never went in it because my parents said this is a waste of time, which probably was right, but yeah.
To be fair, it was like a big, for those who don't know, it was like a big play area in a warehouse, and then next door is a little restaurant.
Yeah.
So you'd play in the playhouse for a bit.
That's exactly what it says. If we go there, we're going to have to eat something, and I'm not spending money to eat this because I haven't actually got that money. You can eat chips and stuff at home, so.
Fair enough. What a lovely birthday you must have had.
It wasn't
We're
for
not
my
going
birthday.
out.
It wasn't for my birthday. It was just when we were going
just a day.
Yeah.
See, the Wacky Warehouse is always an event.
Yeah.
For us, rather than just let's go for the day. But yeah, one year I did invite the entire class, which I don't think Mum and Dad were happy about because they had to pay for everyone, for the food and for the, So they weren't happy about that. And then, see, as a child, I hated the Spice Girls.
I thought you were going to say you hated everyone in your class.
I hated everyone in my class, that's why I invited them. I was going to blow up the Wacky Warehouse with all them inside. No, I hated the Spice Girls, and everyone in few people in my class I knew for a fact loved them. And so the waitresses came out.
Dressed as a Spice Girl.
Well, not exactly dressed, but they were singing Spice Girls.
Not exactly dressed. What kind of...
they were dressed, but not as the Spice Girls.
Okay.
They were dressed as waitresses. And they sang the Spice Girls, and I just wanted them to stop. And I ended up bursting into tears.
Was that instead of Happy Birthday?
And they probably did sing Happy Birthday.
I'll tell you what I want.
I'll tell you what I bloody want. I want you to stop. But yeah, so that was one of the worst ones. But one of the best ones. So a couple of years ago, I was in hospital.
That's a good one.
That is it. Well, I was in hospital for a reason that I won't go into details now. Maybe a future podcast I'll talk about why I was in hospital. But I went in on my dad's birthday. Just a few days before mine. So I went in on my dad's birthday and I came out on my birthday, which was, it was nice to be out of hospital. That was the best gift they could give me, letting me out. Like coming out of prison.
It's almost poetic, because when you were born, you came out of the hospital. And then
I didn't think of it that way.
I don't think you probably let out the day you were born.
Probably not. Probably kept in for a bit.
Right, it's out, get rid of it.
Took him out.
It's like a conveyor belt, so you come out.
A cuddly toy. But yeah, I came home and we had Chinese. And then
Chinese people. Come here.
That's getting in. So what about you guys? Best and worst? You don't, if you can't think of a worst,
I suppose worst is... I mean, I've not had bad birthdays, but I suppose worst was probably a couple of years ago during lockdown, because I couldn't see any of my friends or anything.
Yeah.
Because they blindfolded me. No.
They told me I can't take it off. They have to do it, and now I can't see them because of lockdown. I've got to wait for them to come round.
But best... I mean, this is shaping up to be a pretty good one.
Hey!
I've seen my nephew and niece and brother this morning. Got you guys here. And my mum, of course.
Yeah.
But I had a really nice one when I was in Spain over my birthday. We went out, I think we was going out the day before my birthday, and we'd rung and told them that, because we were staying with friends we knew over there. And they thought we were coming out the day after. So we got there and there was no one there, and we had to ring him and say, we're here. I thought you were coming tomorrow. So that was a bit of a disaster. But then we went out for a meal on my birthday, and really nice meal. And then I think it might have been a Chinese place or something like that. But they brought
Let's go to Spain and try the Chinese food.
They brought out this massive ice cream sundae, and they had Happy Birthday playing in the most cringe-worthy. And it was on a loop.
They had Yoko Ono singing Happy Birthday on a loop. God.
And they brought out this massive sundae, and it was the top half of it was whipped cream, and I hate whipped cream. And then I put it down and go, I hate it, and I was about to sort of scoop underneath.
Yeah.
And then
slide all the whipped cream onto the...
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Just slide it up and just eat
some bread or some sponge cake.
Yeah.
And then the people we were with, they got me a big, massive bag of cakes for my
Oh,
birthday.
wow.
Really nice. And you know what I'm like with a sweet test.
Yes, and your bags of cakes.
Yeah.
Great big black bags, just filling them up at the supermarket.
Yeah, so that was a nice birthday.
That sounds a good birthday, yeah.
There might have been nicer, but you put me on the spot, so I'm going with that one. Gosh, any birthday memories?
Yeah, well, there's a few birthdays. I really liked one of mine. 16th birthday was really good, even though that's the year I got ill. But then the next birthday was the big one, major one, was the 21st birthday. I really liked that one because we went to a restaurant, and it's how I planned it. It was out of it, there's 3 people I'd invited, but they could not come, and I really wanted them to come. Right.
Sorry about that, we were busy.
See, at least you're honest. And I suppose the worst birthday, I do have vague memories of it. It was my second birthday. My grandmother was in hospital, but she was my main person I really liked, and that's it. She was in hospital.
So that's
the birthday she never came back on. Oh, wow. I can't remember. That's the best thing about it, though.
Man,
I can remember.
Yeah.
From pictures that there are, as me and my uncle holding me, but then there's a picture of me standing on my own in like a waistcoat with a badge saying "Happy second birthday," and I'm glad my grandmother's distress is making my mate laugh.
No, I've just got when you said standing on your own, I just got picturing you in like a car park on your own.
That's a good CD cover, that is. That is good. It's a very good CD cover. A kid standing on his own in his car park. Where have his parents gone? There's a picture of it in my birthday album. I think that's not going to be one of my best birthdays.
Yeah. I didn't realise how tragic this,
thanks,
this would be when I brought it up.
Because I was just a baby anyway. I was just a 2-year-old. So.
Well, 2-year-olds don't really matter, do they? Not to me. You do. You do, but 2-year-olds in general.
Yeah, until they get to 3, it's not worth it.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, maybe we should move on.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You know what? I have a surprise. Ooh, what's this I'm pulling out for the microphone? It's a present for Ben.
Ooh, thank you.
Let's see what it is. There's an owl in here.
I haven't opened this. I have no idea what it's going to be.
The dominant male slowly opens the present. He's tearing off the paper. Let's carefully observe it.
It is a shirt. It is.
And it's a Doctor Who shirt.
It is a Doctor Who shirt, not just any Doctor Who shirt, though, Ben. This is a glow-in-the-dark Doctor Who shirt, as we have the...
This is your plan to get me in the dark alone.
If I was getting you in the dark alone, you wouldn't be wearing the shirt.
That's a nice T-shirt.
Yeah, thank you very much, mate. I will wear it and I will stand
He's
in my
going to wear it
dark.
when we go Comic-Con in about a year's time, because I'm assuming when it'll be open again, be safe to go. He's going to be Doctor Who, and then I'm going to be walking around dressed as PA. No, not as PA. You know, Murdoch from the A-Team used to have that leather jacket with the tiger on the back. Right, like a grey-brown leather jacket, and he used to have a cap on. And he used to look really good. We used to like looking at him, you know what I mean?
You're going to dress up as Murdoch?
Maybe. But, or the easier one would be BA with just like a wig on with the...
Oh, with the mohawk.
Yeah. But then, I'm not black, so... Oh, you know, I can't put many rings on. I could just put like a chains on.
Just put chains on and say, I'm Mr. T.
I'm Pretty the Fool.
Yeah,
he stands next to me in the queue. I'm Pretty the Fool.
Sorry?
Imagine if he was there as well, signing stuff.
That'd be wicked, you know. I'd drop everything. That is something I would want for the, you know, because I worship the A-Team from the age of 4.5. So that's 1987. I was 5 in 1987, so yeah, 4.5.
Little shrine to them in your bedroom.
Little shrine to
the A-Team is one of the greatest. The film that they made did not really do justice to it, but the concept was there, so that's why I watched it.
And there you go. There's the A-Team.
Yeah, so I think we should move on to some ideas.
Let's do it.
Okay, so Gush, since you're the guest, do you want to go first?
Yes, I will. My anything idea is we have water tanks in our backyard. We've got 2. The anything idea is, why complain about a drought when you can harvest the rainwater yourself, put it through your own filtration system, you have all the chemicals at hand, Amazon, eBay, including Google documents that can help you out to put what the treatment to treat the water. How can they complain about a drought? That's the anything idea.
Yeah, so your idea is to...
So have your own water filtration.
Tanks. We have 2 tanks and they're full of water. It's rainwater. You know? How can they complain about water drought?
You know what?
And Gush put his arms up saying how.
For those listening at home. You know what? We have, in our back garden, our neighbours had like some work done on his house, but it's like really shoddy work. And he's
found a body.
He found a body, they did, and they had to work on it. But they've got, what you call it? Like a, what are they called now? Gutter, thank you, Ben. And that's exactly where I'll be if I keep screwing up this. They've got a guttering, but it's broken, so it just leaks into our garden, and it's just like a big puddle, which forms. We really do need to talk to them about it. Maybe if they're listening, they'll come round and say, "Is that us?"
You're too shy to.
I'm too shy to talk in person, so I'll get them on the podcast. But we could easily catch all that water and filtrate it. I don't know how clean it would be coming from a gutter, but you know.
Yeah, I was going to say you could do like an elaborate.
Yeah,
system so it goes down and then onto a pipe into your kitchen.
Pipe into their kitchen so they can drink it unfiltered. Yeah, actually, yeah.
Wash your dishes in it.
And it's an elephant. There's a shower. I think that's.
I think it's. I mean, I didn't think this podcast was going to be like talking about issues like this, but it's good. I think we should. And yeah, I think.
You know what? I think if the government is listening, I say pointing to the microphone. I think you should. Yeah.
I know what you think.
I'm not sure how political this discussion is going to become, but I have a lot of issues I can take up with the government. So.
Oh well, we won't go into that right now.
We'll do a separate podcast.
a political podcast. But if the government are listening, then Gushy's getting his knuckle dusters on. He's ready.
It's a symbol of Sikhism.
Oh, I like it. What, the knuckle duster? I thought there was a symbol of Teddy Boys, wasn't there, or something? Anyway, if the government are listening, I think they should fund this water filtration. Fun, yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. Give Gush the fund to do whatever he wants.
That is brilliant. Wouldn't say no to that.
Just buying chips all day. That's what I'll be doing with funding.
I'd recommend for you to open up a chip shop, buy potatoes, chip the potatoes, buy some frying oil, buy a fryer, fry the chips, sell them and eat what you don't sell.
That's not a bad idea, actually. I'd just close and not sell anything. Just eat a lot. That's what I would do. No, I like that. Short and to the point, I like it. So who's next, Ben?
Would you want to go?
I'll go. I got an idea for some food. And it's, get this, you were talking about chips?
Yeah.
Battered chips.
I mean, I don't want to, like... We did this last episode where you said something and I said, yeah, I've got one of them on my front door.
Don't tell me you've got battered chips.
They do battered chips up the road.
Oh, for God's sake.
No, but that's already done anyway, because Sikhs and Indians, they batter potato and they fry it. But the battered chips is an even better idea.
These are chips that have been made as chips cooked and fried, but then fried again in batter rather than like a scallop or something.
I don't know how they do it up there, but they have got like chip shapes in batter.
Well, I have other ideas.
Battered sausage.
Do you remember Cheese Jacks?
No.
Okay.
Well, while you're thinking of an idea, I'll tell you mine. I did make a note of it, and I can't find the note anywhere, so I'm remembering this off the top of my head. But it's for I'm not sure what it's called, like a game show, reality show type thing. And it's called Write Me a Song. And I thought it'd be appropriate today because Gush is a musician as well. So the way it works is each episode they get 4 musicians. Ideally, like one plays guitar, one plays keyboard, one plays drums, one plays bass, and one of them will sing. And they put them in a studio for say 6 hours. And they've got to write 2 songs, a fast song and a slow song. So it's kind of an experiment to see if you can generate that chemistry that bands have and how well they can get on. Because they might have different, one might like metal and one might like folk. So it's got working together.
I like that.
To try and write a song. And then so there'd be 4 episodes of that. And then in the 5th episode, they'd play all the songs to a live audience and the judging panel. And then the winner, I was going to say the winner, could get a recording contract, but then might not want to stay together. So I think more like cash prize. Maybe they get to play at Glastonbury or something.
Maybe they can be offered a recording contract, but like off camera.
Yeah.
So, do you remember Diana Knickers, as we like to
Diana
call her?
Vickers.
That's her name, but we don't call her.
You remember her as well?
Yeah, you remember her.
I quite liked her.
She was alright until she actually started a singing career. And
I'm only gonna let you trick me once.
I thought it was. Yeah, never mind. Anyway.
Yeah, but because I know on the X Factor or whatever show it's quite like indie folk stuff, and then
then it's like really awful
synth pop,
generic pop music. Which she was
just,
if she's listening, we're very sorry, but you weren't very good.
You were good, but the songs weren't.
Your song choice was really bad and not suited to your skill set.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not,
a judge.
A judge
you
of
should
any
be
kind.
Then they should have judges. Like Simon Cowell started off like you, and then he softened up.
Yeah, but that's Simon Cowell. But anyway, she was offered a contract for not winning. So maybe that's something we can do. Yeah,
but I think because talent scouts will probably watch it, and if there's anyone that looks good, they might.
Looks good.
Well,
they sound awful, but boy, they look so good.
But yeah, if there's anyone who shows promise, they might talk to them. But yeah, so
I like that.
And they won't have access to the internet, or they can't go out because they might call their friend and say, "Give us an idea for this."
Yeah.
And it's got to be an original idea. They can't come in and say, "I've been working on this. Let's use this." It's got to be, and that's why
that's difficult without the internet. What's going to inspire you to write and make sound?
Each other, like the 4 of you working together.
Oh, you mean like
everyone's
boy band?
Yeah, everyone's got to contribute as well. It can't just be like one guy writes the song and then they all play it.
Think about we've been talking today. We've been talking about birthdays. We're talking about water, chips.
Talking about
Yeah,
I'm talking about chips. My chips.
And that's how that's how you get
inspiration comes from anywhere.
I like it. I like it. I don't know if I'd watch it though, because it's not the sort of show I'd watch. If you were producing it, I would watch at least the first series.
Yeah, well, I think I'd like to produce it. I'd like to be on it, to be honest.
That's why you pitched it.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, because I don't get to play with other musicians much. Today I got to play with Gush, which was really fun. Play music with Gush, I should say.
Yeah.
I just really just opened my eyes to the bad side of that statement.
So yeah, I thought it'd be cool to work with some of the songwriters, and then I thought, because there's talent shows for singing, and I don't know if there's any for music, but there's not really one for songwriting, which is a really interesting because you get to see the process.
Yeah, it's true.
And
you know what? That sounds like the sort of thing they'd have on Sky Arts.
Yeah,
it is. It's Sky Arts, but the best thing about Sky Arts when they did portrait artists and all
that. Yeah, they do things like that, don't they?
I recently met my art teacher somehow. It was just by chance in the city centre of Leicester, right? And how are you? I told her all my progress and everything I've made. Then I spoke to her about, we used to do painting, we did art, we always measured using the
thumb
with the stick in one hand, and we marked on the canvas or on the paper. All these portrait artists of the year, they're not measuring squat all. Either that's fixed, someone's done it and they're painting on it, or can you tell me how? But she said they do measure. They don't show on camera. If you look carefully, everything is measured. But I'm still not fully convinced because it's a show. Why would it not be fixed?
They should at least show them measuring. If they're editing that out, Sky Arts, if you're listening, show us them measuring. Oh, damn it! But yeah, I like that idea.
Or the bad paintings, because everything's a brand new finished painting and it's done like ready to be sold in the V&A. But you know,
you're just doing paint by number.
They should do that.
They are painting by number. Someone's drawn it for them, and it seems like they're just painting in.
Well, you know how they used to have. I don't know if they still do. I don't watch X Factor or whatever it is now. But you know, they always have like the crazy person on there who think they can sing, and it's just. Do you remember the Barbie Girl guy? He just came on
TV. I'm a Barbie girl.
He was like coming in doing like a really high pitched voice. I'm a Barbie girl, and he was just absolutely awful. They should have that for everything. For the portrait artist of the year.
But the portrait artist of the year is like, if you look at it, if you ever watched Art Attack when you were a kid, he's made that. That drawing is done for him if you look very carefully, and he's just painting into his faces.
It did always annoy me that when he coloured stuff in, it was so smooth, like you couldn't see any strokes.
Yeah, because it's already done. Here's one I made earlier.
Yeah. They should do that, and they all just like move the one they put down, and pick up one they've done earlier and put there.
Here's one I did earlier of a different person.
That's what you looked like 5 weeks ago. Yeah.
Right. Well, I like that.
Yeah. So, and the judging panel, I should have said, was probably made up of like a songwriter, a famous singer, and a music producer. So you got and the room would be fully kitted out with instruments.
Yeah.
They could bring their own if it's like guitar or something, but you're not going to expect them to carry a grand piano.
Putting a piano. Do you remember that fella in town? I don't know if he's still around, but he used to like play the drums. He was like, what you call it, busker.
Autistic. No.
I wasn't expecting that. He was a busker. And he would push
Wait, what kind of animal is that?
It's a fellow who plays music in the street.
Busker.
Okay. We knew this was going to happen when we invited Gush on the show.
That's what
I thought he was talking about biscuits.
No, that guy in the drummer in town with the biscuit.
He's going to break that biscuit if he hits it hard.
If you ask me, he's a bit of a jammy dodger.
There you go.
That'd be cool if you had a drum kit like that looked like biscuits. The kit was made it to look like a jammy dodger, a wagon wheel.
Oh, I like
digestive biscuit.
I'm
doing that idea.
No, that's our idea for next week. But anyway, he used to push his
grandmother in a wheelchair. Didn't get that? That was grandmother in a wheelchair. He used to push his grandmother in the wheelchair.
I think we should move on.
It's turning into a police interrogation. Witness statement.
Thank you, Gush. But anyway, I've got an idea now. I've got an idea for a character who hasn't got a name, but I just call him Suicide Man. Not a superhero or anything.
Okay.
He's a guy who tries to kill himself, but he does it through unusual ways. So, for instance, at one point he tries to kill himself by punching himself in the stomach so that he can rupture his appendix in the way that Houdini did.
Can you kill yourself punching you?
Presumably, Houdini died that way. Someone
punching himself.
Someone
punched him.
Someone punched him because he used to do a thing where he'd like get hit in the stomach with a sledgehammer.
I vaguely remember it.
Of course, the trick is he would like tense his muscles up and take it. But someone decided to come up and just punch him in the stomach, and supposedly it ruptured his appendix. I don't know how true that is.
Imagine being the person that killed
the man who killed Houdini. That's a film. We might make that. Actually, that might be my idea. Instead, the man who killed Houdini. But yeah, Suicide Man. He's trying to punch himself in the stomach, then realises he hasn't got an appendix.
So he had to go in the stomach.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the character.
So what other ways could he try and commit suicide?
Maybe throwing himself into a train that isn't moving. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you do know there's a rail strike. Right? Just lying on the tracks. God damn it!
What's that?
That is next door, I think.
Yeah.
You eyeing her up.
Because she's eyeing up my neighbour.
Let's hope they don't listen to this.
Yeah, or a boyfriend doesn't come round.
Yeah, good point, actually.
Is that me? Anyway, what are we talking about? Ideas now? Have I just interrupted you with that?
No, yeah, so we're talking about silly ways to commit suicide.
Oh, you know how they say if you inject yourself with air
Mm.
and eventually it's going to explode in your heart? That is probably one of the silliest and best ways to try and kill yourself. So you get an injection with a bit of an air bubble in it and you inject yourself. How long is it going to take?
I don't know. I think that might work, though. Is the
Will
thing.
it work?
It might do.
But it's the same as suicide, jumping in front of a train or,
Yeah, but the idea is that it doesn't work for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So-
I think it's a comedy thing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. Supposedly comedy. My idea of comedy, but...
I know there was Mickey Mouse, like, years ago. I've heard there was, like, he went through a period where he broke up with Minnie and kept trying to commit suicide. It was, like, in children's comics and
Yeah.
stuff. It is...
You know what?
Really
Just
weird.
going off topic, because my idea is rubbish, but there were loads of, like, really dark, like, Disney comics. There's one where Donald Duck has, like, a PTSD, and because he fought in the war, and like Huey, Dewey, and Louie like do something, and it wakes him up, and he makes him jump, and he thinks the Japanese are invading. He's like running around with an umbrella or something.
Yeah.
He's like just freaking out.
That really right to make light of it, is it?
Shall I have a look for another idea?
No, I mean, your one's good because it's giving people ideas for ways to commit suicide that won't work. So, yeah, I think we've got some decent ideas. 3 very different ideas. So should we move on to our big idea?
Let's do it. Well, who's going first?
I think Gus should go first.
I think
again.
Gus should go first as well.
Hello.
Go on,
My
Gus.
Hello. You've been here for 3 hours, but
See, it's to reuse material and it's to recycle. And without all these jam jars are always getting thrown away. Well, why have one item per jam jar when you can combine 2 into 1, put a divider in the middle, and also reuse that jam jar?
yeah.
So, let's say peanut butter and jam.
With
The
a
jar
divider in the
together
middle.
With a divider, yeah.
Also to have the option to be able to buy refills in recyclable plastic packs.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I like the recyclable plastic packs idea.
See, Gus is coming here with serious good ideas. Here's the same rubbish
Battered
then.
shit.
Said John Lennon.
Yeah, I like that. Like, 2 things in one jar.
So it'd be like the big neck.
I think it'd have to be, because
You
jam
can't-
jars sort of taper, don't they?
Yeah. but
No. Jam jars are standard. They're like, all,
They're wide, aren't they?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, like the Nutella, like the big Nutella jars, they have like a wide neck. So you've got 2 things in one jar, then you're
Yeah.
only using half that neck, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I think big jars would be the way to go there.
Yeah. So would it be like a glass or plastic or divider?
Recyclable plastic divider.
Yeah.
That will not contaminate their sides.
Because then you could take it out as well, like
Yeah.
get clean ones in there, because it's probably just
Yeah,
out
actually, a good point. Yeah. Oh, I like that.
And you'll be encouraged by the branding on the packaging and the small print to recycle that jar.
Yeah.
Take it back.
Be
So it can
encouraged
be
by the
used.
small print. So you have to look really close. Oh, I should
Well, not
recycle.
necessarily, because they're not going to look at, but it can't be the large print, because the large print has to be there.
Yeah, well,
I think you could just put in the large print, oh, by the way, recycle this.
yeah, I've
What's
got a little
the matter
sticker,
with you?
like not an actual sticker, but
Yeah, like a
Looks
little
like
thing
stick-
on the... Yeah.
yeah. So what would you have in your jar? What 2 things would you have?
Oh,
So it's obvious. People say they like peanut butter and jelly. So peanut butter on one side and strawberry jam or whatever jam on the other side. And there's loads of variations you can come up with.
See, I don't like peanut butter, so I'd probably have 2 types of jam,
2 different jams.
but it'd have to be jams that are very different colours, otherwise.
Yeah.
So
Like apricot
lemon
jam.
curd and something else like in marmalade.
Yeah.
And also,
Ooh.
that's what I'm saying.
I do
You
like...
lot are not thinking out of the box.
Yeah,
You're just
man.
thinking inside the jar.
There you go. Think inside the jar. That would be the tagline for it.
Yes, good one.
I like I like peanut butter. I like it with like Nutella or like any chocolate spread.
Peanut butter with Nutella?
Yeah.
It's quite nice.
When you have peanut butter with the Reese's Pieces, or the Reese's chocolate butter cups, I should say.
It's quite salty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I could have peanut butter and the chocolate on one side. Yeah, that's my choice.
What we've not realised, a lot of people don't realise, is people who lift weights, they eat peanut butter because it's a good source of protein.
I thought we were talking about fat people.
No.
People who weigh a lot of
There's a
weight.
Venn diagram of people who eat peanut butter, fat people, and weightlifters.
And in the middle, peanut butter. I like the jar idea.
Yeah. And you could maybe like get sponsorship with, well, I suppose like the people who make jam make different things, couldn't? So yeah, like if you had sponsorship with I just think with jam, is it Roundtrees?
Yes.
So then they could promote two different things and say, buying a product, you could do like a deal with them.
Yeah. I like that.
Or at least like a campaign.
You know what you could...
The idea was, rather than smash the jar in glass pieces, send the jar back so they can jet wash it, clean it, hygienically clean it, and then fill it up again.
So would this be like... I was thinking like it'd be like a website you'd order it from and just pick what you want in it.
I don't want everything going onto the website, you see, because I want people going into the store, picking it up, looking at it, and taking it to the... So cashiers have a job to do as well.
Good idea, actually.
So once you've got the jar though, can't you just keep the jar and then, like you said, buy a refill?
Buy refills, and fill it up yourself.
That's going to be quite tough, squirting the
You'd have to like design it so you can sort of like roll it around something and you just go perfectly out.
But you do, you get tubes of tomato puree in like toothpaste tube styles. So why not have it in aluminium tubes that can also be recycled at the end?
You don't want to mix up tomato puree and toothpaste.
Believe me.
Whatever, your jar can contain whatever you want it to contain.
That'd be good for like people who collect tadpoles and stuff. They can have tadpoles on one side and something
jam on the other side.
I think this guy doesn't know tadpoles are going to become frogs. So.
What type of who's replaced my tadpoles with frogs?
No, but when you first buy them, like the frogs spawn, and then and like you said, if you wanted to feed the tadpoles, just scoop a little over the top. And...
I don't know if they eat jam, but
caviar and fish.
There you go.
Sardines. So there's all sorts, and like people who store, because sometimes people like use old jars to store like screws and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
screws on one side, nuts
genius
on the
idea. Someone's really like my idea. I better patent this.
If anyone's listening, patent it quick.
Would you have more in the range where it's like 3?
Because you can do the same. You could put. It'd be easier to make it into a 4 divider, but there's no point. But you know how all the grandmothers and they always have their own made jams and pastes and soups and chutneys and stuff in their own jars.
Left side is granddad's chutney, right side is
precisely. Spicy, not spicy.
There's loads of ideas for this, isn't there?
I'm loving this.
It's a multi-layered idea. Ours are going to sound awful by comparison.
It's true, people. This is too hot. Don't have the chilli one. Have the sweeter one.
Just got to make sure they clearly define.
Don't switch the labels around.
Yeah.
You can always taste for someone who can tolerate the chili, but
I like it.
Yes, I'm buying one. How much do you think they'd retail?
All of the money for 500.
What? How much would they retail for?
I don't want it to be too expensive, so I'd say £1.10.
That's cheap.
That is pretty cheap, yeah.
Good.
I think you might lose money on that, to be honest.
I did start off by saying all of the money for 250 jars, but I suppose I would.
Alright, I like it.
Yeah, well done, Josh.
So let's move on to Ben's idea. Ben, what invention do you have for us this week?
Struggled with this. But it's something I've thought about every now and then, is glasses, kind of like sunglasses. Kind of like sunglasses, but when you put them on, they make everything grayscale. It's like black and white.
Colourblind.
Well, no, not colourblind. Colourblind people can see colours, but can't distinguish. Anyway,
so you put the glasses on, everything's in black and white?
Yeah, and you can get like sepia ones, or different colours, maybe. Or maybe there's, like Snapchat filters.
Basically, this is like Photoshop for your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't know whether the technology exists to do it.
It's just it does exist, but they've not put it in the glasses form where you can put it on and use it, because you can do it on the computer, do it on your iPad, do it on your iPhone with Snapchat. They've not
made it in glass.
Yeah,
lenses.
in a glasses form.
There must be some sort of material there that can change the light.
But
so you can't see.
I know there are. You talked about different colours. So I've seen glasses that are different colour. I've got those red ones, and I've seen different colours. But I like the grayscale and like sepia ones. That's really good.
Especially for old people who feel nostalgic.
I remember when everything was black and white.
Especially for old people who feel Rolf Harris.
Feel nostalgic.
Oh. Yeah, it's for old people. For that. Yeah, I like that.
I mean, they didn't see in black and white. When they look at pictures and...
Yeah.
This reminds me, we had an idea of something that we created in Paris. I can't remember what the idea was.
That's very helpful.
That went so many places. That's a roller coaster. That was.
There was something.
But I like the glasses idea.
That went better than I thought then.
It did. Well, the thing is, I'm not sure how practical they are.
Yeah, because that's the thing. An invention should really solve a problem. And this,
there's a problem that a lot of people get is condensation on their glasses. They steam up. They have iPhones and they have all sorts of technology. They can have a frame that can evaporate the condensation. It's with the new technology. So it won't be too thick. It will be it has to be like not mini fans. It's using some sort of a solar heating style. They could just
a windscreen wiper.
That was the old one.
But I was going to say, it sounds like the sort of thing you might get in a joke shop.
Yeah. It's like one of those.
Not with the nose and moustache stuck to it.
Yeah. Marks.
Yeah. I wonder if you could get like just some like sort of grey or maybe silvery filter on the glasses. That will change the colour. So everything sort of be black and white.
Yeah, maybe you could do it like where it's just a frame and then you can buy different lenses to
slot in. That's They do that, the opticians for you.
They put one in and everything's great. Oh god. No, number one was better.
Or without. With or without.
They keep doing that, and because I'm sure when they do the test of two, and then they pretend to put it down and put the same ones back. I'm sure they do that because it looks exactly the same.
Yeah. The same as the last one.
Yeah.
I do like that idea though. The grey, yeah.
Need a name for it.
Ooh,
filtered
grey
glasses,
specs. I'm going to keep saying specs until something comes in. Perspex, yeah.
That's how you pay opticians.
Perspex. Yeah, I like it.
So yeah, if anyone's got an idea for the name,
we look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah, and we'll see what develops.
Yes, good.
That's what the photographer said, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I have an idea for an invention. One I'm quite pleased of, actually.
Here we go.
Get ready. So, I'm always losing stuff. My mind, television remotes, pens, marbles. Thank you. And especially the TV remote, I'm always losing that. So I put it down somewhere, and then I forget where I've put it. But you know how if you lose your phone, you just call it. What if you could do that with everything?
Yeah.
What if there was like a number on your phone, maybe like a little code or something, and you dial it in on your phone, and it sounds an alarm
on the item.
On the item, yeah.
That we lose the remote a lot, so that would be...
So, say this bottle of water, which I'm holding for the people at home who are listening can see. If you look closely. So, oh no, I've lost it. Where is it? Oh god, I don't know where the thing is. Phone at the number. Blip, 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 blip. Oh, here it is.
You get Bill Cosby to do the noise.
It's over here.
That voice is good. What's the easiest thing is to have like a tracking device in the plastic or something. So you just, like you do with Google Maps or Find My iPhone. So you click Find My water bottle phone.
And you just
yes, my water bottle phone. And you just follow around in like Pokemon Go.
I think it would be easy for me if it made a noise and I could just follow it. But I like that thinking.
Pokemon Go?
I don't know if I played Pokemon Go.
Okay. So would it be like a chip that you can put on whatever you want?
That's a good idea, actually.
Because I'm thinking if you put it on your bottle of water, then you're not going to keep that bottle of water forever.
No, it wouldn't be like it'd be things
It's like sort of reusable self-adhesive. You stick to something. So
that's a good idea.
Find that chip rather than find.
Yeah, actually. And then if you lose the chip and you just find it,
you could keep one sort of permanently on the remote and things.
Yeah. It's mainly the remote, I'm thinking, but pens. People always lose pens.
But could you use it for people? Could you stick it on someone's back?
Ooh,
that's what they would do it towards. That's when stalking and.
The only thing is, if it makes a noise, then you're not going to be able to hear the noise. It'd be a good prank.
But just sitting at home and you beep beep beep.
There's a bomb. It's a good prank to play on someone, but not practical for finding them. I think.
Especially if they take the t-shirt off.
Just in the washing machine.
You do there'll be smoke coming out of the machines. The chips set something off.
Following them and you end up at the laundry.
That's the best one.
Oh God, it's hiding in the washing machine.
That's the best thing. If somebody steals your jacket, your shirt, your something, you know where it's gone.
Yeah.
It deters theft.
Do people steal shirts?
Well, you've never heard of the washing line thief?
The washing line? I know I haven't.
Jumping over back gardens, nicking people's clothes off the washing line.
I like how you say it like...
If you're being serious, I think I have heard of it.
That's what I'm saying, I've heard of it somewhere.
I've heard of people nicking stuff off washing lines, but I've never heard of the washing line thief. Like he's a Robin Hood type figure.
Theft from clotheslines.
Oh yeah, I've heard that, but I do prefer to think that it's like one person. Like it's sort of like a myth. The washing line thief, an urban legend.
My reasoning and point behind this, I had to put the washing out. It was a good sunny day, but I had to leave the house to go somewhere. The question was, will that washing be there when I get back?
It really ought to be.
Yeah, and if it doesn't, how do I work it out? How do I find? Obviously, I want to see and look for people wearing my clothes and it smells fresh and new.
Just like going up to people and sniffing them.
This shirt's a bit damp.
This looks like my shirt. Let me check the label. I washed it. Why are you wearing my washed clothes?
Just going. You smell too fresh.
I'm sorry. Give me that fox fur back, you old bag. Help! What are we talking about? Oh yeah, if you lose things.
Yes.
So maybe you could have you could download an app which has codes which you can link to the item.
Yeah, you scan it off.
It's as simple as this. At sports shops, the good sports shops, they have an audit, right? And they scan every item, every single item in that store. That's from every shoelace, every shoe cleaner, every single last item that's there to be sold has a barcode. So that could be over 10,000 items.
And you can, you won't have over 10,000 items that you regularly lose.
That's how they work it out. Stuff that's been sold has gone through the till, so it's released as a sale. Stuff that's missing and it's been scanned, but it's not there, it's classed as stolen. So that's how you work it out.
So you do it, yeah. So if you had like an app and you had a list of like little codes, you could just rename them TV remote, glasses. Glasses is another thing people lose. Yeah. You know,
everything's on the database.
Keys, everything's on there. So, damn, where are the keys? Instead of just looking around your house going, keys, hoping they say, I'm here. You just press the thing and bleep, 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 bleep.
When then you say about saying keys, there is actually a scientific, it encourages your brain.
I would argue saying that it's easy just to follow a thing that's going bleep, 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 than just to walk around saying keys.
You were mocking the idea of saying keys.
I wasn't mocking it. I was saying it's easier just to follow the alarm than to...
I know, I'm just giving a little tip. I'm trying to, bring a bit of education to the show. That there is a thing where if you say keys, it keeps your brain thinking about that. And
I think if anyone's learned anything from this show, it's not to listen in the future.
Yes, it's a very educational show because when people finish listening, they say, "Well, that's taught me a lesson."
Yeah, very good.
He's had her Weetabix.
There you go. He's had her Weetabix. That wasn't very nice.
He's stolen her Weetabix. She should have put a code on it and scanned it. Where's my Weetabix?
There's a guy with a bleep coming from his throat.
That's where you got to draw the line. You cannot
swallow.
You cannot put a tag in food.
You will choke on it.
Making people ill, possibly leading to their death, maybe even.
He died of a bleeping chip.
That bleeping chip, I tell you. So what do you think of my idea?
I like it. I would definitely get some. I'd put it on my Well, my phone, TV remote.
Passport.
Yeah, things you need to find.
Yeah.
You know.
Would you have a different noise for each code? Because that's the other thing. If you're trying to look for your phone and you keep going to the remote.
No, I think it'd be.
You should get like an AI.
My simple login is when you get a message on your iPhone for WhatsApp or whatever, it goes ping. That's it, and you know it's a message.
Yeah,
keep it simple.
That's what I'm saying. If you've got 3 chips on different things and they all go ping, then if you're looking for your phone and you keep hearing a ping and you go and it's.
But it'd only be the phone that was pinging. That everything would ping at once.
Item specific.
So you'd have it like on your list. You'd have TV remote, your phone, your glasses.
You press that and then that.
Unless they all went off at once, and it's just your house just down the road. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I like it.
I like it. Gush.
Yeah.
You go for it.
Yeah, I'd go for it.
So, don't ask me how much it would cost, because you need to have all the first of all the technology of having it made. Then you have to have the app done and paid for.
Yeah.
The app would be free, of course. Yeah. But
so the app's free, and then you pay for
each thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I like it.
We're in danger of this becoming an actually good idea podcast.
Well, I've had a few bad ideas.
You're making up for it.
Yeah.
Are rechargeable batteries good? I don't think people use them.
Yeah.
Going off on a completely different topic.
I had some once, and
I have seen a device. I don't know if it works. It probably doesn't. But it's a device where you can recharge any battery. Even unrechargeable
That's
batteries.
good.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. So, those are our ideas, and now we've got the hat.
The idea hat, and Gush is going to pick an idea from the hat.
So, shuffle them up a bit and then pick one out at random.
And this will be our big idea for the next show.
Yep.
Just to remind myself.
Character.
Oh,
we got to come up with a character.
I'm holding it out because I'm holding it away from me, so I don't see it.
So we can see it, but it is indeed character.
Yes.
Damn, I know I've already used Suicide Man.
You have to think of another one.
Suicide Woman.
Character?
Yeah.
I thought we could have gone for like anything.
And the first one's anything. And then
First
the second
idea is
one
anything. The second, the big idea.
We have a category each week. So this week it was invention, and then next week, next
time it's going to be character.
Yeah, because character. I'm not going to start the episode now, but I'm just saying it could be anything. Like there's loads of X-Men that have not been explored and
now we've got to come up with a unique character.
Okay.
We can't just
name
an X-Men.
Yeah. My character is Wolverine, and he's a guy now. So we have to think of a brand new character, an original character.
Goldverine, like Goldman. Everything he touches, he can create anything into gold.
Sure, he'd be called Midas after King Midas. He was a king.
I was going to say Goldust then. You know,
Goldust.
Goldar and Goldust.
Midas was a king, and everything he touched turned to gold.
Yeah. All these fables are real, you know. There has to be some reasoning behind it.
Anyway, so yeah, we're going to come up with a character. And that's the end of the podcast. We're going to do a proper ending this week.
Here we are.
So thank you, Gush, for joining us.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Yes.
And don't forget, our website is benandmike.co.uk, and you can follow us on Instagram at benandmikeidea.
We're starting our own OnlyFans page. So if you want to find out why they call him Big Ben, come along and check out his enormous dong. There you go.
I'm not Gush is still trying to work that one out.
I was going to say what about Mike's Pike, but yeah.
Oh dear. Right, well.
So, thanks for listening, and join us next time for more ideas.
And either get thinking or get dying. It's going to get over, man, I tell you.
The Had an Idea podcast was created by Ben Coleman and Michael Mason. The title music was Panama Hat by Audio Nautics. Thanks for listening.